Welcome back, Crowllies. This is your weekly energy check-in to see what's going on for the next upcoming week from whenever you tap in. I am cleansing the space, getting everything ready for you guys as we prepare to tap in. Cleansing all the decks, clearing all past energies, and preparing your energy to be vibrational and in alignment of all good things possible. I hope each and every one of you are doing very good, and we can get started. All right, I'm just gonna put this right here. Ding the bell. All right. So let's see what's going on for you guys at this time. I think I'm going to start off with some ancestor messages first. And then we can jump right into what your spirit guides have to say. All right, what's going on here? For my Crowllies, for those of you that are new, Crowllies is a term of endearment. That means that you are a part of my collective. And if you're a part of my collective, that means that you find lots of messages over here at my channel. If you guys are interested in following my other channel, you can find me at Micahstar Psychic 444 at my other YouTube channel. All right. So let's see what's going on. I saw angel number 144 and 155 for you guys. So let's see what's going on here for you. What do they need to know? What do they need to know? Something about an apartment building, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, okay. All right. Shield your energy. Shielding your energy is a must at this time in order to keep your frequency elevated. Yeah. Shield your energy and your aura is coming up for you. Someone may need Reiki healing or some sort of crystal healing. Calling in archangels for golden white light for protection is significant. Your spiritual health is not affected by any lower vibrational energies at this time. However, you might need to sage yourself. Your back chakras could be misaligned, or there could have been some form of energetic leeches trying to attach themselves to you in your back chakras. Okay, so sage yourself, specifically your back. I mean, go ahead and sage yourself all over just to be, safe, but definitely your back. Make sure you sage your back as well. All right, angel number 333, so you can get back into alignment. I see an X in your energy. Someone that's asking questions about you or asking questions about your romantic status. Yeah, continue to build your highest frequency for your energy. Continue to work on self-love for your relationships and family. Family mending is what I'm seeing. So mending family ties or family pain, family triggers or traumas. I don't think that there's any more left for you to release exactly. I think it's just time to attract. Yeah, I'm saying continue Reiki healing. Anything else? Someone talks about you often. They're going to continue to do this. So know how to protect your energy. What else? So Something about spiritual attachment. Yeah, I feel like this ex is spiritually attached to you for some reason. Yeah, there's some sort of spiritual attachment to you and this person. What else? And there's somebody here. Somebody here is getting information and they're passing it forward to someone else. Some sort of intel is coming from someone here. Someone's talking to your enemies or your frenemies, or someone's befriending someone that doesn't like you to get to know more information about you or why they don't like you. It could be tied to an ex situation, all right? Your ex is friends with this particular person, or something in regards to family members, okay? Yeah, talking about spiritual health maintenance. It may be time to declutter. Your third eye may need to be cleansed as well this next upcoming week. Anything else? Oh, some of you guys this past week, you could have I don't know, maybe you were engaging with some sort of content that is not in alignment with your frequency, okay? So it may be time to kind of check out who you're subscribed to or who you're following, and whether or not you still believe those things, or you still want to follow that type of toxicity or something like that, right? I'm not sure exactly what this is, but you're requesting some sort of healthy, spiritual, stable connections. And in order to do that, you need to get out of the frequency of toxicity. That also means making sure that if certain types of people or certain types of energies trying to attach themselves to you, you're keeping up with your spiritual health maintenance and you're removing that energy. Now, because they said that there's nothing else for you to release and you're in the energy of just attracting, then that means that the spiritual attachment is not on your end, it's on their end. So this ex that's spiritually attached to you, they're trying to leech off of you. They're trying to drain you. They're trying to hold you hostage spiritually for whatever reason. And so this person is attached to you. You're not attached to them. This is different. Reiki, because they mentioned Reiki a few times, and usually you do like a cord cutting, or a cord plucking, a cord removal, a cord extraction. This will look like an energetic hook, okay, that this person is trying to, like, think of it like a grapple hook. This person's trying to hook you and then pull you like a fish hook type thing, and they're trying to pull you back in, right? This could be a very narcissistic type of person. This could be a very manipulative person. This could be someone that's affecting your energy to try to get some sort of reaction out of you. That being said, you just need to learn how to protect your energy and learn when your energy is off because someone's tampering or playing in your energy, okay? Your frequency right now is actually leveling up, all right? And when I say leveling up, so your frequency is actually heightening, it's growing. So that means that you're becoming more vibrant. And that's why this person wants, to hold on to you or get their hands on you, okay? Someone could be following some sort of old toxic patterns or old toxic behaviors, just like toxic BS from what I'm seeing here. And so there's certain things in which like they like to like I'm seeing like portals that they like to like go through, right? And so portals can be like phone, laptop, TV, radio, things of that nature, right? And so like I'm seeing like that's how like they try to go through like the frequency, right? And that frequency is toxicity. So if you're learning the difference between like your higher self and your shadow self, and how your higher self motivates you and encourages you to do things that you haven't done before, and you're in this energy of creativity and just like basically very vibrant, happy, fulfilled, feeling very good about yourself, right? And then you have this shadow aspect that comes in, and makes you second guess yourself or criticizes you, or like this is the shadow aspect, like the victim mentality or the unhealed version of you starts to come back out, especially the unhealed version of you that was let's say before your ego death. There was something about an ego death that you had. So before your ego death and you reemerged as a new version of you, this person is trying to leech onto you. This person is trying to attach themselves to you. And so pay attention to those things, those patterns. Okay, that's the person that is holding you back from your destined path and your destined mission. You should not have any interactions or encounters with this person, even if this is like uncontrollable, like you didn't set up that way, or like they just bumped into you, or they initiated conversation or something like that with you. You should not engage in conversations with this person, and you should not let this person get underneath your skin for any which way, reason, or purpose. Yeah. So it's time to let that it's time to let go of that particular person. And I'm not even seeing that, like, to be honest, because it looks like you already released this energy possibly multiple times. And I'm also seeing like they just keep coming back. Something about like keep coming back. So it's something about like making sure that you just learn how to protect your energy, learn how to read the room, right? We have a professional makeup artist. You're around energetic leeches that like to professionally come around and have these, sorry, I shouldn't have, sorry, will you accept my apology? Can we make up, like that type of energy? Because I'm not really necessarily reading this as like a moi artist, all right? There could be a moi artist here that I'm reading, but I'm just really picking up this energy of like this person like knows how to master coming back around and apologizing and then getting what they want, and then like manipulating some sort of energy, or taking your energy somehow. And again, energetic leeches are people that like to come around and just be able to get enough energy to be able to talk behind your back. Okay, so be careful with that. Be careful with like frenemies, or people that are posing as friends but they're really enemies. People that are trying to befriend you because they're actually close to your own conspirators, and you have to be careful with that energy, because someone's trying to get some sort of intel on you. All right, how you? Okay. Something about cleansing your spiritual health is a must. Okay, cleansing your spiritual health, like spiritual health maintenance. Okay, especially if you start like feeling a little sick, a little icky, all right, around certain people, certain energies, or after you come back from a particular environment or place or location, all right, if you're traveling anywhere, all right. Yeah, no, I don't see, and I've said this before for you guys, so maybe some of you guys are really, really like trying to figure out if someone's trying to do like spiritual workings on you. And no, I don't see that. I just feel like there's energies trying to attach themselves to you, and when the energies try to attach themselves to you or associate themselves with you or be around you, it's like their energy affects your energy, right? Karmic association is something that I constantly talk about for you guys. Like when you're around people that are not supposed to have access to your blessings, then that delays you having blessings. That doesn't necessarily take away your blessings. It just it just wastes your time, basically. Certain situations that you shouldn't even have to experience. Okay, and so like no, I don't see anyone actually doing any workings against you. No spells are being casted against you or your free will. You're completely in command and in control of your life. So don't let anyone try to sit there and tell you otherwise. Okay, it's like somebody's trying to get you angry or make you act out of character. There's something there, like if you don't have to, if it's not like unorganized things or something like that you have to get together, all right. If it's not this organization, then there's definitely, it's time to kind of like go through all of the things that you have and see what you need and what you don't need, and get rid of what you don't need. Okay. We have double protection and magical level up. You're rising in your power, like I said, energetically. All right. So that means that you are able to attract more. What is stalling you is the fact that these people, or this energy, like again, this ex or somebody here that's trying to connect through this ex, Okay. And you're not trusting your intuition either, like because you already intuitively know like who's the frenemy, or who's friends with who, or who said what to who, right? There's something there about like you kind of already have an inkling about this, all right? um your ancestors are not going to stop. They're not going to back down until all the energies that are attacking you are dealt with. That's what I'm seeing. But they're also saying like you have to keep up with your cleansing routines, keep up with, making sure that your chakras are in order, keep up with your self-love work, keep up with continuing to heal from certain relationships, and preparing yourself for the right healthy relationship dynamics, and continue to heal family ties and connections as well. Okay, because I feel like that's what that person utilizes. It could utilize weak points in your healing journey to mess with you. Angel number 1555, which 555 energy. That's what they do. They try to manipulate like your weak spots. Okay, yeah. You could have ignored some sort of psychic attack at some point in time. This is demonic slander from what I'm seeing. So this is like hearsay, talking crap about you and stuff like that. And that is also a form of a psychic attack, and you need to cleanse that off. And so that also comes as like gossip about you and stuff like that, and hearing like people coming to you with gossip as well that might not even be about you, but that reels you into toxicity about talking crap about people. And that's it's like somebody wants to pull you into the energy of evil eyeing other people, so that way they can point the finger and be like, oh well, you do the same thing, right? You talk crap about this person, whatever, right? um there's also like something here in terms of the psychic attacks that these particular betrayal dramas and betrayal situations where they exploit your loyalty, like whether you're loyal or not, or whether you're trustworthy, or whether you have deceived someone, or you're deceptive, right? But in reality, it's their deception that is being projected onto you. Okay, we have sending negative energies through evil eye. Someone is jealous of you. They're jealous of you. This could be a possible family member or family ties. Okay, from what I'm seeing here. Anything else? Yeah, your ancestors are airing everything out right now. So there's something about like there was some sort of stanky energy around, and they're trying to clear it as much as possible. They want you to do whatever you need to do on your end as well to cleanse your spiritual essence, right? And your spiritual essence, like think about your physical body, right? And outside of your physical body. So like this will be like where you get the goosebumps, right? That's your goosebumps are basically you feeling something touch your auric field, something kind of get into your energetic bubble. And so what they're saying is that you also have to not just like soak in the tub and stuff like that from time to time. There's different ways for you to spiritually cleanse. Not all the time are we going to be able to get into a spiritual bath. And so there's different techniques, right? You can light a candle. You can make sure that the candle is cleansed and then rub the candle all over your body. You can do an egg cleanse. You can go ahead and wash the egg and throw some Florida water on the egg and rub the egg all over your body. There's a lemon cleanse. You can grab a lemon, do the same thing that you usually do with the egg, and rub the lemon all over your body, right? There's sometimes I've seen people, and then they'll go ahead and cleanse, and they'll go ahead and banish that negative energy off of them. There's so many different techniques and styles to cleanse. All right, just use whatever is the most beneficial for you. Okay, but like I said, there's no spell work. Like there's no root work happening. There's no jars. There's no candles. There's nothing there. So there's okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, so you do not need a spellbreaker bath. There we go. You do not need a spellbreaker bath. You do not need to work with spellbreaker oils or anything of that nature at this time. At this time, you need to work with cleansing herbs, cleansing magic, purifying your energy. And then after that, focus on attracting, okay? Attraction. Definitely. Because I'm seeing double protection here. So that means that you've done some sort of protection work, or whatever spiritual working that you did as of recently has heightened your protection. It doubled it. Okay, so you doubled down on protection as of recently, so you don't have to work on that. Like you don't have to worry about that. Okay. And if you've already cleansed, then you may need to work on your back chakras. There may need it may be time for a Reiki healing, maybe an alignment of chakras, but specifically kind of make sure that everything's okay in the back chakras as well. If you guys do that, okay. If you work on crystal healing and you kind of stop that, make sure that you don't just put the crystals or wave the crystals in your front chakras. Make sure you wave the crystals and place them in your back chakras as well. Okay. What else? Yeah, there's somebody is completely uncredible. You need to tread lightly. Okay, because it's like someone's trying to sit here and like plant some sort of information to make you look like you're the one that's talking crap about someone, right? Or like you're not credible, or like nobody can believe you, or like, again, the untrustworthy thing, like someone's trying to make you look this way or appear this way, when in reality you have to tread lightly because somebody is actually projecting the energy onto you. Okay, so be careful with that. So you need to remove that type of energy. You need to stay away from people that lie to you. I don't care if it's a white lie. I don't care if it's any form of lie. You need to stay away from people like that, especially when you're trying to attract trustworthy relationships, all right, healthy connections and stuff like that. Stable, be around any type of people. I don't care if it's family, friends, anything like that. You don't want to be around people that, they're not credible. Like, there's something here in regards to fake news. Yes. This way. All right. Some of you guys may recently have did a spiritual bath to remove some sort of magic that was casted on you, because it was casted on you. But at this time, I can tell you that it's broken. Okay? I can tell you that it's broken. All right? So, like, no, you don't have anything. Like, there's nothing here that you need to worry about. Right? She definitely broke through that. Someone's following you on social media. What is that about? Okay, so this is probably why you also need to keep up with your spiritual health maintenance. If you're somebody that's heavily on social media, I don't care if it's just like to spend time on social media, to scroll, or to post. This is more like for people that post versus scrolling. Angel number 2244, right? You're deciding to post, and you want to make sure that you protect yourself. All right, not just like protection jewelry and stuff like that, or just posting little charms and stuff like that on your post. It has to go like another layer. You need to make sure that if you're heavily a content creator, or you just heavily post just regularly, and there's certain things that you should post and certain things that you should not post, okay, in order to protect yourself. All right. And even then, I'm not anyone to tell you like what to post and what not to post. Like, just make sure that you spiritually cleanse and stuff like that. If you feel like the energy gets too heavy for you, all right, you just feel like something's off, something's not flowing the way it should, things just stop, things just kind of slow down. That's the best indicator to know that like it's time to cleanse. I am seeing like people usually follow your social media because they like your content or they like you. I'm saying like they like your account and they follow you too. So they like things that you post, and then they also follow you. So this is not like a hidden account or anything like that. Nothing weird there. This is just like, this could be potential fans and customers, and maybe business related potential leads and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. Nothing bad there. So like they're just saying like sometimes the energy could get real heavy, right? Kind of like imagine you just being around so many people and spending time with so many people all day, and then you come home, you're like, man, I'm exhausted. You know what I'm saying? You're exhausted because you were extending, your throat chakra too much, or depending on the types of people that you were around, like maybe you were around emotional people or emotionally dependent people, and so maybe your heart center is a little off, and you may be a little emotionally blocked off or just emotionally overwhelmed, right? It just really depends on the type of crowd that you have following your social media. or what kinds of social media accounts, right, you have, and for whatever reasons you do have them. So make sure that you also kind of be able to detect, like the best way for you to be able to detect would be, of course, have like keep a journal to track when you do spiritual health maintenances. All right, for those of you like to do spiritual baths and stuff like that, or even if you just like, use Palo Santo or something like that, and you just cleanse, just yourself in the space in the room and stuff like that. Just make sure that you kind of annotate, like, okay, I cleansed on Monday and now it's like next Tuesday. It's been like a week already, and I'm starting to feel a little heavy. I'm starting to feel like I'm dragging my feet. I'm a little tired. I'm lethargic. Well, maybe time for another cleansing and stuff like that. So you just kind of need to know how to do that. For those of you that are a little bit more, that's like beginner stage. For those of you that are a little bit more past that amateur stage, right? You may not be as experienced, right? But you're kind of like in between. And so, like, make sure that you'll go ahead and also cleanse yourself or any particular items that you use. Like you saw, like for me, like I'm a reader, so like I all the time cleanse. It's like my office space is like the most pristine, spiritually cleansed space. So you want to make sure like wherever you're working is also very cleansed. If it's yourself, if you're somebody that travels and you work or you go to the office and stuff like that, you want to make sure that you cleanse yourself when you come back home, and before you leave the home and before you leave the house, right? And that's also going to help you to kind of, get like have some sort of routine. So even if that's like, lighting an incense before you leave the door, right? So that way, like you're leaving with a waft of incense, right? And then, like as you come in, you spray yourself down with a spiritual mist or a cologne, or you immediately go straight to the shower. You take a shower, kind of like how there's some traditions where like you come into the home and you immediately take off your shoes because you don't want the outside energy to come inside. That is also like Chinese tradition and stuff like that. But other people also utilize that too, not just for dirt reasons, but also for energetic reasons. Like you don't want to take the energy that you've been walking with all day to come into your home. Or some people do that in terms of their bedroom. Like you don't want to have your outside clothes inside your bedroom, like something like that. Okay, some sort of routine you need to cleanse the energy, to cleanse your spiritual essence. Okay, whatever works for you. I'm not going to tell you what to do, right? In regards to that. So let's see what else. Just giving you tips. All right, just giving you tips. What else? And then, of course, for my advanced people, that like my people that like to light candles and you do rituals and you go all out and stuff like that, then it may be time for you to also like do protection rituals and cleansing rituals specifically on particular social media platforms, right? Where instead of you petitioning for your specific name, you're petitioning for your specific platform name, your at name, basically. Okay, so where people at you and stuff like that, and that's how you would do that. You put all the herbs and all that good stuff, right? And again, they said more like cleansing first. Do the cleansing first, so that way. And I honestly feel like it will be time for you to do a candle, so that way you can physically see what is going on. Especially like for those of you that like to read the energy and stuff like that. For those of you that you would like to do that, but you're not at that level or you're not sure how to read candles, professional to do it. But definitely request instead of for yourself for your social media platforms. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, they're going in with these ancestor messages. So some of you guys may need a personal reading for your ancestor messages. It may be time. I don't know how long it's been for somebody to have done a reading, but it may be time. Okay. Yeah. Refrain, abstain, do not engage at all. This is a warning. They're telling you, do not engage. Do not engage with the people that are trying to knock you down of your pedestal. You're in your high horse right now, all right? And someone's trying to like knock you back down. So maybe I'm definitely talking to some of the Crowllies that you just can't help yourself. You just can't help yourself. Like somebody help yourself. Like, you just can't sit there and turn the other cheek. Like, there's no way that you're gonna be saying all of these things about me and I'm not gonna fucking chin check you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely talking to somebody like, your spiritual team often reminds you, like, it's time to let it go, just let it go, just let it go. And you're like, what do you mean just let it go? Like, they disrespected me. Like, they said some things that they weren't supposed to say. Like, how, like, I'm not gonna look like a chump. Like, I'm not gonna look like a punk. Like, I'm not scared. Like, right? And it's not about being scared. It's almost like your spiritual team wants to handle this. Like, let them handle it. So it's like, it's not about just letting go and walking away and letting them win. It's more so letting go, walking away, and handing the baton to your ancestors so they can beat the shit out of them with the baton. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do not have to get your spiritual hands dirty. Okay, you do not. There's no reason for you to even worry or stress about that, because that also puts you in the energy of, like, not being able to focus on what you're attracting. Okay. I don't know who hasn't done this yet or who hasn't watched any of my recent videos just yet, but somebody definitely needs to change their evil eye jewelry or cleanse it or something. Something's going on here with that. Okay. Something is going on with that. Oh, it's like maybe it's time for, like, altogether for you to start banishing negativity and not just waiting for your evil eye jewelry to hit overload energy, right? Yeah, we have, look at that. So with this third party social media platforms, okay, right on top of someone's following your social media. So, like, there, you have a lot of people that like what you post. They don't just, like, follow your regular social media, your personal social media. They probably follow your business social media too, or different forms of content. Okay. So I'm definitely talking to someone that, like, has a lot of social media accounts. Whether you post on all of them or not, like, you do have a lot of social media accounts, and people like to, like, watch. Okay. Watch what you post, read what you post, look at what you post, right? And whatever you have recently burned, like, to release, to free yourself from, to break some sort of something from, like, that's done. You don't have to worry about that. Whether it was a petition, a letter, an image, okay, whatever you tried to release, or whomever you tried to release, okay, that no longer serves your purpose, you're actually starting to feel the relief in this next upcoming week. All right. And your prayers are about to be answered, and it will be delivered to you. There's also a miracle that's on its way to you. All right. Let's see what else comes out for you guys. So what do they need to know in regards to the situation here for the energetic leech? What do they need to know in regards to the energetic leech? Angel number 3333. No, that's a lot, but we'll take it. They're attacking your happiness, your emotional fulfillment, okay? The Ten of Cups usually talks about, like, you couldn't be happier, okay? And they're trying to take that from you, all right? They have the Four of Swords and the Six of Cups. It may be time to reflect about past situations, all right? It may be time to reflect about old things. It may be time to enhance your spiritual gifts. It may be time to try to, because again, with the energy, your frequency is elevating. So there could be new gifts that are starting to resurface, okay? So maybe there were certain gifts that kind of, like, stalled or stopped, or it's almost like the energy of, like, when you were, for some reason they're showing me, like, budding teeth. When babies bud their teeth, it's very painful. It's they get sleepless nights, they get cranky, they get fussy, right? And so they're just talking about your spiritual gifts, that you went through a period of time where your spiritual gifts were budding, and you couldn't really control certain things that happened. But now that the spiritual gifts are growing, right? The breakthrough of the spiritual gifts is not as painful anymore. It's just growing, right? Your teeth are just growing. So your spiritual gifts are growing, and now it's time to develop them. Okay. Now you can focus on how to utilize them, right? Because once a baby already has the teeth, they can start, munching on things and chewing on things, right? So now in your spiritual journey, whatever gifts that you have recently developed within like the past year and a half, or 6 months, 10 months, or something like that, is now able to be utilized. Okay. We have the Nine of Cups here. I told you guys about some sort of blessing or wish fulfillment that's coming in for you guys. This is also emotional satisfaction. You're going to be satisfied with utilizing your gifts this time around. You're going to be more satisfied and satiated emotionally and energetically and mentally when it comes to meditation, when it comes to prayer, when it comes to attracting things, right? When it comes to bringing things into existence. All right. We have the Knight of Swords. I do feel like the way someone's trying to take your peace is the things that they come up to you and say. So they're pay attention to people that say spiteful things or sly comments or things that may be hurtful to make you react in a certain way that is not of your emotionally peaceful energy. All right. We have the Devil energy as well. Please be careful and be aware of, again, toxic ex-partners that are trying to come back around to try to have some sort of ties with you, to try to reconnect with you, to try to manipulate your energy, to try to emotionally manipulate you, to try to give you something so that way you guys could have some sort of connection, right? Again, with the old items, maybe some of you guys may have something still connected to someone here that may need to be disposed of and get rid of that thing, okay, whatever that is. All right. There can also be a contract, again, because I saw soul fragments, soul ties with an ex. And this could be a karmic situation that you have with that particular person, and there could still be a contract there that may need to be destroyed, that may need to be broken. So it might not be that there are energetic ties, but there are soul ties, and soul ties means a soul contract, and this soul contract needs to be broken. So some of you guys may need to do a personal reading on how to break that soul tie and what that past life connection was and what exactly was in that contract and why it's or like how it's coming up for you guys now in your current life, and how to break it so that way it doesn't hurt you, but it also doesn't hurt them, because in lieu of it hurting them, it could also hurt you, and that's just how karma is. All right. We have the Eight of Swords here. For you to break free out of your victim mentality, you need to meditate more. You need to be able to reflect whether or not this is your thoughts or projected energy, or if you're slipping back into victim mentality or just self-pessimism. All right. You want to make sure that you are staying prayed up, that you are staying clear-headed, that your energy is not being tampered with and manipulated. Okay. And then, of course, the 10 of coins. I like that 10-10. We started with a 10 and we're finishing with a 10. The 10 of coins talks about inheritance. It talks about family structure. It talks about family wealth. Okay. And so you're going to be very satisfied with your own family legacy that you're going to leave off. I'm also seeing this energy of like 10 of coins is also like you have all the money, right? You have all the money that you need this next upcoming week. Nothing is missing. Everything is like stacking up perfectly. Everything is aligning perfectly. Everything's working perfectly. It just works. So don't allow this, again, because the Devil card is right next to the Eight of Swords. Do not allow your shadow self attributes or your weak spots, your trigger points, your hot spots in regards to your shadow traits, your like your self-sabotaging and stuff like that. Whatever that is, do not allow someone to say something and throw all of that off course, because that will knock off your 10 of Pentacles energy. Okay. And then, of course, we have the Ace of Coins in the bottom of the deck. So there is something new coming in, a new chapter for you guys. When I say a new chapter, of course, it's just a week. So this could be a new investment. This can be a deposit of money. This can be an exchange of financial resources or something like that. Something new comes in financially with the Seven of Coins there. Of course, it's an investment. You can invest this and it can grow into this ton of coins. So you want to make sure that you make the right decisions, because again, I feel like someone wants to make you do something emotional, impulsive nature. Okay, some of you guys do have an impulsive this is where that's coming from, that energy. So I feel like someone wants to hurt you emotionally so that way you do something impulsively toxic. Okay, so you say the wrong things, or you do the wrong things, or you shift your energy to be like the bad person, the bad guy, or something like that. Okay, let's get some more details on that. Tell them a little bit more about like these soul ties with this person. The soul, you have soul ties with this energetic leech. That's the only reason why they keep coming around. So this is not the first time they're saying. All right, we have the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Okay, so with this energy, I'm basically saying like this is the energy that keeps reoccurring over and over again. It's like right when you think that you have everything that you want, then you start getting into the energy of worrying and figuring out what's going on, like with your plans and stuff like that. Is it gonna play out the way that you want to? Okay. I feel like there is a very judgmental type of thing here. So this could be the person that could have critiqued you or criticized you, or is trying to pick you apart energetically. Okay, you kind of feel that. This soul tie, I feel like this is the type of person that created some sort of despair in your energy. It's like right when you shift into the energy of gratitude, that devil energy pops up. It's like, well, are you really happy? Is this really satisfying you? Or why do you want to connect yourself with that? And like you start thinking there's something about like past things, past memories, nostalgia, things that didn't work out, that haunt you, things, right? It's like this energy, this soul tie is very haunting. It's like you can't run away, you can't. It's like this soul tie, we'll just call it the like that boogeyman energy. Okay, yeah. It's like you're trying to move forward, you're trying to expand, and this is trying to like affect you. Right? Ten of Wands. Yeah. It's stressing you out. Some of you guys in this next upcoming week, you're gonna start understanding where like all these astral, spiritual dream attacks are coming from. It's like somebody doesn't want you to live your best life, like, but the same person is still admiring, they still have a crush on you. It's like, I don't know, it's like if I can have you, no one can. And that's really toxic. All right. It's like someone's trying to self-sabotage, like you having any type of connections with someone else. But I don't know, it's something weird there. Three of Swords. Like someone's trying to separate you from someone. You could have had a really, really bad breakup. See, this was the person that you had a bad breakup with or a bad separation with. Okay. In the past. There was some sort of betrayal. Again, that was that betrayal situation I was picking up on. Yeah, I feel like this person is still upset. They're still holding on to something. They're still attached to you. So this is obsession. So this is an ex that is obsessed with you and still wants to like control you, or cause some sort of emotional pain or manipulation, some sort of suffering. You have the Knight of Swords. This person's ambitious. A little too ambitious. Because they stress you out. Yeah. Clarify that Three of Swords situation with the Devil card. Three of Swords with the Devil card. What is that? This has been a long time. This has been happening for a long time. You could have known this person for longer than 3 to 4 months, longer than a year. Okay? It's been a long time. This person comes in seasons. This is another thing this person drags their feet and then they blame you for it. This is the same old toxic routine. They come around, talk a good talk, say it's a good investment, try to convince you, but in reality, yeah, this is the page. So they go from the knight to the page. So they show up as the knight in shining armor, but in reality, they're immature with what they have to offer. They don't have much to offer, but this is like someone that talks a good game. So there's something here that you need to reflect about in regards to this situation. What is that reflection piece? The High Priestess. I just feel like this is more subconscious healing. The Knight of Cups. Why are you attracted to this? Why is there some sort of romanticizing situation in regards to this on your end or on their end? Like, why are they romanticizing this? Or why are they imagining that they have that much control over you? They're saying keep things in check in regards to things that you should not be speaking aloud to this person. Like just because this person saw you at your worst and they can't handle your best doesn't mean that you show them your worst again. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, stay in your power. Stay focused. You're mastering your independence and they cannot handle that. The Devil card. They cannot handle your independence. They cannot handle your beauty, your essence. They cannot handle it. They want to destroy it. They're attached to like the toxic version of you and they want you to shift back into the toxic version of you because the toxic version of you, the behavior, how you used to act, they're trying to get you back there, right? The Hermit, but you learned that that's like not the person that you want to be anymore. Yeah, the Eight of Wands in the reverse, you're not talking to them anymore, and this person's trying to figure out how like to move and progress towards you, but you're in this Nine of Pentacles energy. You're taking care of things on your own, and this is that energy like that's coming full speed ahead at you, right? So like there's definitely someone that's very impulsive that's trying to leech onto you, and they're utilizing different tactics. They're utilizing other people. They're utilizing gossip. They are trying to say sly things or spread certain things that should have been a secret or something like that, or false secrets, because this is like tread lightly because there's false news. It's like this person is trying to spread BS. Okay. Right, we have Capricorn energy, Cancer energy, Virgo energy, Capricorn energy, fire sign female. All right. You know, there's something here in regards to like, you should be communicating with your higher self. Communicate with your higher self. You may need to really figure out like what your higher self is trying to tell you, because your higher self has been trying to tell you something in regards to the situation, or at least in regards to this person. All right. Let's see. What else do I need to know? The coming week. So the energetic shift for you is that your energy is rising. So think of like the frequency chart. Your frequency is going up. And this person's trying to knock you back down the frequency chart, okay? And so because your frequency is going up, this person is trying to leech back onto you to knock you back down to their frequency, because this is their frequency. This is the frequency that they're in. And, you know, look at that, fired up. Okay, so this person is trying to like, especially if you got fire in your chart somewhere, all right, this person trying to like make you heated or something like that, like, but don't play into that energy, because fire can warm you or it can burn you. It can keep you warm, or it can scorch everything down to the ground, right? It's like somebody's looking for that energy. They're really looking for it. Light and dark, secrets, waves of change, and silent shadows, right? This is a shadow attribute that you've shut down. You know what I'm saying? Just again with the subconscious mind, somebody's trying to manipulate you, right? Or someone's trying to get you back into the codependency energy, like you need me, or someone's lying about like that you needed them or something like that. But in reality, you're in this energy of independence. All right, sowing seeds of hope, harvest what you plant, committing to the process, blossoming and sustaining. There's no reason why you should go back there, right? We have enchanted cat, spiritual energy, mystic power, inner magic, divine force, fortunes, protection. I told you guys protection. So protection came out 3 times. So tripled protection here. Barriers against darkness with that fired up energy. Yeah, so you need to create these protective barriers and cleanse your energy. And then we have coming to light. Something is coming to light in this next upcoming week in regards to this energy, right? So continue to raise your energy. The other way that you can also raise your energy is to listen to higher vibrational frequencies when you're meditating, all right, or when you're doing a spiritual bath or cleaning your home, okay? We have journey, voyage, all right? There's something here about like travel and stuff like that too. Some of you guys could be traveling. But this is like, this also is the energy of like this person. You're going to hear what they're saying. Whatever they're saying is going to travel to you. I don't know how, but it will. All right, we have charming chats, inspiring news. But I also got fake news, okay? So you're going to get some good stuff, some good notifications, but there's also going to be some bad news that comes in this week. I'm sorry, I don't like that. I know this year I came up with like, don't bring me no bad news, not this year. Right? And that's the energy that you guys gotta be into, because I just feel like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to shift you into that energy. Yeah, spiritual rooting. Continue to heal. Whatever you've planted in your heart center for you to heal, whatever you've been focusing on healing, whether it be family, health, emotional healing, the stars are in alignment for you to continue to heal that. There's roots that are growing in regards to that. So continue to water that. All right. And then we have a dreamer, lucid space, create your true, break free. Create your truth, break free. So like, again, there's somebody here saying that you're lying, whatever. And then we have conforming or confronting the beasts within me. So they're trying to utilize your own shadow attributes, your own hotspot triggers and stuff like that. All those eyes, the evil eye, people talking crap about you and stuff like that. The bull of strength. Clarify, fired up. A message coming in. So somebody could be coming to you like real heated about something in the next upcoming week. Clarify, fired up. It could be a real message that gets you hot-headed. So again, don't let that happen, right? Don't go there, because that's what they're expecting. So it may be time for D&D. All right, do not disturb. If somebody's childish, somebody's being childish. Fire it up. And they come in with the childishness. All right, angel number 113. Okay. To affect your spiritual energy. And know how, like, the cat has, I talked about clearing the third eye, crown chakra. The cat has the crystal on top of their head. It may be time to go ahead and rest the crystals on your body. Like, it may be time for crystal healing or cleanse your crystals, something. Okay. Now we have the fox here. Strategy. Which crystals to use and which not to use at certain times. If someone's trying to make you heated, you need transmutive energies. So you need like clear quartz, you need like selenite, you need black tourmaline. Okay, something like that. All right, we have the sun card. Yeah, I feel like there's something good coming in. Angel number 144. Something good's gonna come in. This message is probably gonna come in the afternoon. All right. Clarify the clouds. The key. There's something that's opening up and you have no idea. It's like somebody's trying to like tap into your subconscious mind without you realizing it. Or someone's trying to like to what is that called? Let me pick at your mind or something like that for a minute. I don't know. Somebody was like trying to get into your head. All right. We have the mountain here. So whatever this thing that's coming to light, it's been a long time coming. And it has something to do with a snake. Something to do with deception or a lie in regards to a female and a masculine. Now, I'm not sure if the female has any ties to the masculine or the masculine has any ties to the female, but listen, I saw it. And with that whip energy, there could be an argument, all right? The ring, it could be about like a relationship that you have with the masculine or a relationship you had with the masculine. This is someone that could be mixed. This could be someone that is, I'm saying African American, some sort of minority, okay? Yeah, some sort of emotional connection that you had with somebody, and like some sort of lies that this person said, or that this connection, all right? Yeah, the sickle. Maybe what happened in regards to the breakup, or what happened in regards to like an all right, something in regards to job loss or dividing money. The clock tower. Somebody, the tower is about to hit. I'm gonna leave it like that. The tower is about to hit in the next upcoming week. So pay attention. Pay attention, y'all. I will see you guys later. Peace.